What's up, everyone? I'm Dimebot, and welcome back to a Flight Sim and Favorite Places to Fly. Today, we're going to be taking off from a place that we have never flown in Favorite Places to Fly before. We have never done a video in Russia, so today we are taking off from Moscow. And Moscow should need no introduction. It is the capital of Russia. It's the largest city in Russia, and there's a whole lot more impressive numbers that go with that. But let's talk about that while we're actually seeing the city. Let's go ahead and fly. Alright, now you'll see that we are rolling here in the Citation. The reason for the Citation is that I wanted a fast plane because, as we will talk about here in a minute, the city is gargantuan, so if we want to see very much of it, we're going to need a plane such as the Citation to get us where we're going. So after we rotate, I am going to turn us to a more northerly course. And just having a look out the window there. So, Moscow, largest city in Russia. Not just the largest city in Russia, but we'll work up to those numbers. So, the city itself, within the city limits, has a population estimated over 13 million. Over 19.1 million is the estimate of the urban area, and 21.5 million is the estimate for the metropolitan area. The city covers about 2,500 square kilometers, the urban center covers about 5,800, and the metropolitan area covers over 26,000 square kilometers. That's over 10,000 square miles. Now, to put those numbers into some kind of context, because they are very large, that makes Moscow, among the world's largest city, the most populous city that's entirely in Europe, and the largest urban and metropolitan area in Europe, and the largest city by land area on the European continent. Now, if you're wondering why you're not kind of seeing a concrete jungle like American cities like LA or something, it's because 40% of this city's area is greenery. It's one of the greenest cities in the world because of that. You do see the different urban centers that have kind of popped up out there. Now, in addition to that, this is an old city, first documented in 1147. Moscow later became the capital of the Grand Principality of Moscow, which led Russian unification in the 15th century. So that is where you get Russia from. You get the Tsardom of Russia being proclaimed in 1547. You have rulers such as Peter the Great. There are a lot of historical ups and downs to the city as well. The capital was moved to St. Petersburg in 1712. Then it was moved back to Moscow in 1918. You have the Russian Revolution. You have the Soviet Union. You have the dissolution of the Soviet Union and the establishment of the Russian Federation. And oh, so much more. Now, because it's classed as a megacity, it's also the northernmost and coldest megacity in the world. There's several UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and it is known, and a lot of you will be familiar with this, for the distinctive Russian architecture. Things like the Kremlin, the Red Square, St. Basil's Cathedral. It is also host to 4 international airports. That's how big this city is. Anyway, we're coming into some of the more densely urbanized areas right now. You can see the Moskva River there winding through the city. There is debate over where the name Moscow comes from. The predominant theory is that it comes from the Moskva River somehow, but again, that is debated. But it is pretty spectacular to see just how far out it spreads. Quite unlike a lot of American cities that we have done favorite places to fly in, or European cities further to the south, because of the extensive greenery. You know, I was honestly expecting wall-to-wall concrete and asphalt, just like San Diego, or excuse me, not San Diego, LA, or some of those other cities, Houston, but it's really not. actually quite striking. As I said, there is a lot more that could be told about Moscow, about the incredible history here. It is a ancient city, but we simply do not have the time in one of my videos, so maybe find a podcast about the history of Russia and hop in your favorite plane and just take a fly over Moscow. But that will do it for me for the day. If you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you have a place you'd like me to fly, leave it in the comments below. I'll try to get to it. And if you are here to the end, watch time is key on YouTube. So thank you very much. My name is Dinebot, and I'll see you guys next time.